comfortable to be wet.
Yeah. This ain't,
Is it?
yeah.
I've never been wet before, but yeah, I'm sure it's uncomfortable to be wet.
You know, moist is one thing, but wet is just another.
Or-
It ain't what we shooting for. You know what I mean?
You ain't get what?
Isn't that?
Miss Ma'am.
No?
No,
Miss
come on,
Ma'am.
please. Come on, man, please.
No?
Come on,
I
man,
need you
please.
to I need you to be kind and respectful to my guests.
Oh, boy, come on, man, please.
Um, where that pig poker at, man? Go ahead. Go ahead and get the pig poker out. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I did nothing for that.
Oh, man, please.
Oh, that's wait a minute, Miss Renner, Miss Renner, Miss.
There were a lot of men in the chat saying if she would have did that to him, which is throw water, they would have did something to her. So this is what this live stream is going to be about. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. I wanted to do this show today because a lot of people, like I said before, have been talking crap about Brittany Renner, and that's warranted. But I always like to go deeper in virtually every subject and talk about the thing that nobody else is talking about, which is Charleston White and the other guys, the other two hosts of the Danza Project podcast. So I want to talk about the men and not just about the woman, because y'all love to talk about these modern women. They can't behave themselves. They can't do this. They can't do that. And it's understandable. I understand that. But the first thing we as men have to do is be accountable for our own actions. So y'all love to sit around and try to hold women accountable, saying that women aren't accountable and women are out of control. Here's the problem. There's a valid reason why Black women are out of control. Do you know why Black women are out of control? Because Black men don't have control. Black men don't have boundaries. Black men don't have rules. Black men don't have standards. That's the problem. So y'all can sit around and talk all y'all want to about how women don't have this and how women don't have that. They don't. But it starts with us. So when I seen this video of Brittany Renner totally disrespecting the guys on the podcast, along with especially Charleston White, I said, we got to talk about this. We got to talk about this. So hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Facebook, share this video out to your people. So let's take a second and we're going to get into this because I got a lot to talk about. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me okay. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me okay. I changed something up, so I want to make sure y'all can hear me okay. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me okay. Because I'm sick of you dudes. You dudes are part of the problem also. But nobody wants to talk about y'all. No man is holding men accountable. See, the reason why people get mad at me is because I don't pick a side. Men love to say to me, you need to pick a side. No. Because all of y'all are problematic. Black men, Black women are problematic. Not just Black women. You modern men are trash, just like a lot of these model women are. But guess what? Y'all love to just talk about women. So that's what we're going to talk about. What's up, Shira? So hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. And give y'all a second to do that. Uh-oh, what did I do? Just do. Hold on, y'all. I messed something up. All right, we good. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I got a couple of videos for y'all, and I'm going to give y'all a good understanding of why I'm saying what I'm saying. What do I want to start with? We're going to start right here. So listen to this. Mode. Because the way a woman like Brittany Renner, a very attractive reaction.
PJ just got an amazing contract.
That reaction is literally her being triggered by what the man said. Her facial expression right there literally says her prefrontal cortex has literally shut off and she is now totally amygdala based. She is now responding and operating from a triggered standpoint, from a regressive standpoint. She is now the angry little child that we all have been when we were young, when somebody did something to us. And she is in 100% defense mode. Even when she got on Charleston's white lap, that was her defense mode. Because the way a woman like Brittany Renner, a very attractive woman, fights back is by fawning, is by doing what she did, being flirty. The trigger of talking about PJ Washington most likely put her in a state of defensiveness. And the way women like her defend themselves, or the easiest way for her to defend herself, is either fight, flight, or fawn. So instead of getting up and leaving, she decided to fawn, which is jumping on his lap, looking sexy. They kept laughing. They kept making fun of her. So that wasn't enough. And then she started fighting. That's when she started throwing water. She responded like that because she did not feel safe. And this is part of Brittany Renner's fault also. I'm sure she didn't set boundaries and say, hey, do not bring up PJ Washington. Do not bring up this. So her lack of boundaries put her in this situation also.
PJ just got an amazing contract.
The guy interviewing her did not pay attention because a lot of men don't really understand women. And that's the biggest problem. Men interview women, men are on panels with women, and they don't understand them. So when they actually engage with them, they have no idea what is going on in a woman's head. So her reaction was literally a trauma response. And it's important for a man to turn around and be like, whoa, you okay? Do you not want to talk about that? Shortly after that, she started lap dancing, throwing water at people. And why? Because she went into a regressive state. You know how I say women are children? She literally turned into her inner child when he asked her that question. Now, if the man would have recognized how she responded, he could have avoided all of that. And that is what I was saying when I said Brittany would never do me like that, because not only am I protective, I'm also intuitive to a woman's body language. So right here, let's talk about that right here. Let's talk about that for a second. Everybody hit the like button. Let's talk about that for a second. I am not only protective, but I am intuitive and aware of a woman's body language. See, a lot of you men have no understanding of women, why women do what they do, how they do whatever it is that they do, and what is behind it. Y'all just see a woman acting out and start laughing at her. Y'all see a woman acting out, and next thing you know, you just start, calling her, oh, these modern women. What is wrong with these women? But if you had an understanding of what is going on in a woman's head, you'll not only be able to understand women, but you'll be able to actually keep a woman. You'll be able to actually attract a woman. Because all of this is human nature. But all you dudes, all you women-hating dudes want to do is sit around and talk mess about women instead of understanding why they do what they do. And once you get an understanding of why they do what they do, you'll easily see that it all starts with you as a man. So let's get into these videos. Let's look at this. I'm gonna go back to that video. Where is it? Hold up. Oh, here it is. Here it is. All right. Check this video out.
Acting a fool.
I had a second degree.
She first started acting a fool.
I had a second degree tear. You know what that looks like?
Just say no. I'm gonna say no for all of us.
Is everybody listening?
Say no.
Hello?
When she's around men, that don't happen. When she was around me, it didn't happen. When she was around Kevin Samuels, it didn't happen. When she was around Andrew Tate, it did not happen. When she get around boys like him and the other dude, guess what happens? She acts a fool. See, as a man, the second a woman starts acting a fool, just like when y'all act a fool, I tell y'all to shut the hell up. You check it right then. You don't let them go crazy. We're in hour 1. I'm telling y'all to shut the hell up now. I don't turn around and wait until hour 4 to start going up. No, y'all shut the hell up now. They waited until it got crazy. And then they started talking. No, it's too late. You stop it when it begins.
When she was screaming in the headphones, she knew they were all wearing headphones, and she was literally screaming at the top of her lungs in the headphones. That was a push of the limits, a test of the limits.
Yes.
You listening?
Say no.
Hello?
Yeah, you
She
So do y'all understand what I'm saying right here? Like I've you know, we're gonna play the interview that the show I was on with Brittany Renner, and you'll easily be able to see that I'm not in her face, I'm not controlling, but at the end of the day, I had control over her without having control. So which lie was that? That was I was on Lapeef Network last night. I want to watch that video too. Lapeef Network last night. Go to Lapeef. Let's talk last night. We was on there. I mean, Thursday night. So listen to this again.
She first started acting a fool.
I had a second degree tear. You know what that looks like?
So right there, men don't understand women, right? We have that understanding. Men do not understand women at all. So because men don't understand women, whoever is in this environment right here, has no understanding that Brittany Renner is talking about a traumatic episode that she went through, and nobody seen her and nobody heard her. So think about what she's saying. She's saying it like, I had a second degree tear, right? But she could have died. I'll say it again. She could have died. A second degree tear, you know, in what? Imagine you taking a dump and your butt tears open and you bleeding all over the place and you go to the hospital. When you think like, oh, what just happened? When you think you probably gonna die or something, if your butt just tears open or something, that's kind of like what happened with her. So when Brittany said this, she was articulating and remembering a very traumatic situation. And what were the cornballs on this show saying? They were laughing. Freaking Charleston White was like, yeah, you had a big head baby. You had an athlete come out of you, making jokes about her traumatic situation. Everybody hit the like button, everybody hit the like button, everybody hit the like button. Yes, Shira, exactly. Shira says, yes, we women always talk about traumatic stuff that happened to us as if it was normal, right? Because women are people pleasers. When women never want to feel like a burden to other people. So since women inherently don't want to ever feel like a burden, when they do talk about something that was traumatic to them, hurtful to them, or a complaint, they're going to act like it's not that serious. They're going to act like they didn't take it that serious. Hold on. Why is my audio always what? What's going on with my audio so I'll understand what's going on? Somebody on Instagram is saying something about my audio. Is my audio messed up? It's choppy. Oh, okay. So one of these, I got secondary microphones on this microphone. So I'll get off the microphone a little bit, so that might be a little bit better. I think when I blow in the microphone, the other microphone cuts out because I have too many microphones on this one. So that might be what it is. So sorry about that. So altogether, when she said she has a second-degree tear, the first responsibility of men. No, I'm talking on Instagram. On Instagram, it's choppy. It's cutting off every 2 minutes. Yeah, I put together microphones that I can plug into my Instagram so y'all can hear me clear also. So hey, it is what it is. I don't know how to get other microphones other than that. As a man, one of your jobs, in order to protect a woman, I want y'all to think about that. In order to be protective of a woman, because y'all love to say y'all are providers and protectors, right? But part of being protective is awareness. There are a couple times on this podcast where the guys were oblivious to what she was going through and how she was feeling. So it's not just about setting the tone, telling her to sit down somewhere, setting boundaries, not letting her just get up on your lap and twerk and all this other stuff, telling her to sit down. It's not just that. It's also understanding and being aware of what is going on in this woman's head. So let's start over, because I'm going to teach you guys how to engage with a woman, because a lot of you dudes don't know how to. And it's understood y'all can't get women, haven't gotten women, and you're raised by a woman. So I'm not mad at y'all. So listen to this.
She first started acting a fool.
I had a second-degree tear. You know what that looks like?
Just say no. I'm gonna say no for all of us.
Is everybody
So listen to everybody in the background. Play it again. Listen to everybody in the background talking while she was talking about her traumatic situation. Listen how everybody was just talking like they was just in a waiting room.
She first started acting a fool.
I had a second-degree tear. You know what that looks like?
Just say no. I'm gonna say no for all of us.
Is everybody
I'm gonna
listening?
say no.
You hear him laughing? Put a 1 in the chat if you hear them laughing. Yes, she's in pain. Yes, right, exactly. This woman is in pain. Financial pain, possibly also. Not just physical pain. Emotional pain, physical pain, and probably financial pain. So they call her out on this podcast, right? She probably has to go, but doesn't want to go. This woman probably deals with heavy anxiety. She probably doesn't trust men because virtually every man she goes around is trying to smash or trying to disrespect her or calling her a hoe, right? So she probably doesn't understand men, doesn't respect men because they don't respect her, and is possibly afraid of men. But she got to do what she got to do, right? So when somebody offers her a bag to go on an interview, you got to do it. If somebody offers you a bag to go on an interview, even though you don't want to go, you may go because you need that money. I don't know how much money they offer her, but if they offer her $5,000, you gonna turn down $5,000 and sit down on the podcast for 2 hours? You gonna go, even if you don't want to. So it's a possibility that she did not want to go to this podcast. It's a possibility that she deals with social anxiety. And she still has a certain amount of pain when she thinks about not only her baby daddy, but birthing her child that almost killed her. And I am not taking up for Brittany Renner. I'm just showing you men that there are other variables in these situations other than, oh, what's wrong with these women? These modern women. No, you modern men are the problem also. So I want y'all one more time to listen to how the dudes were, it was like 6 dudes talking and they were laughing. That's why she started going off. Listen.
She first started acting a fool.
I had a second degree tear. You know what that looks like?
Just say no. I'm gonna say no for all of us.
Is everybody listening?
Say no.
Hello?
When she's around,
Nobody was listening to the woman. And I'm not saying you're supposed to listen and you're supposed to do this, but you brought this woman on your platform. You brought this woman out here to actually learn about Brittany Renner. And when she's telling you a story about what happened to her, everybody is having side conversations and they're on a podcast. Why is all these men talking in the background and laughing while this woman is talking? You're on a podcast. It's not her childhood. She had a second degree tear. I think her son is like 3 years old. She almost died given birth. What are you talking about, childhood? This is 3 years ago.
Tear. You know what that looks like?
Just
Hello?
say no. I'm gonna say no for all of us.
Is everybody listening?
Say no.
Hello?
when she's around men, that don't happen. When she was around me, it didn't happen. When she was around Kevin Samuels, it didn't happen. When she was around Andrew Tate, it did not happen. When she get around boys like him and the other dude, guess what happens? She acts a fool. See, as a man, the second a woman starts acting a fool, just like when y'all act a fool, I tell y'all to shut the hell up. You check it right then. You don't let them go crazy.
And I want y'all to look at something, man. This is pathetic. I'm gonna make this video big. And on Instagram, if y'all want to see everything, you got to come on YouTube, Mr. Let Go on YouTube, MRLETG on YouTube. Let me make this big. And I want you to look at Charleston White just sitting there looking stupid. And this ain't funny. This ain't cute. This ain't awesome. No, this is cornball behavior. Watch this dude allow this woman to dance on him. Hold up. Watch how he's looking.
And the other dude, guess what happens? She acts a fool. See, as a man, the second a woman starts acting a fool, just like when y'all act a fool, I tell y'all to shut the hell up. You check it right then. You don't let them go crazy. We're in hour 1. I'm telling y'all to shut the hell up now. I don't turn around.
Do y'all see how he was looking? Like, sir, what are you doing? If you feel uncomfortable, tell the woman to get off you. If you're enjoying it, enjoy it. But he's all like this. And then when she's bouncing up on him, he was like this. I'm like, what in the world? I'm like, what is wrong with this dude? But this is most likely because I don't know Charleston White. I ain't got beef with Charleston White. If it was somebody else, I would have been talking about somebody else. So this ain't personally against Charleston White. I'm just looking at a dude looking like a straight cornball, no matter who the dude is. This is not against Charleston White personally. This is against the dude that allowed this woman to embarrass him. That's it. I ain't got nothing to do with who it is. You know, I don't even know the dude. I don't care about no Charleston White. I'm just talking about the dude that she was sitting on and how stupid he was looking. So women operate a certain way when they're afraid. Women operate a certain kind of way when they are triggered. All right. And she felt the need to act up once she got to a point where she's seen that it don't make no sense for her to act right, because you got to understand right here, she was acting normally like an adult and she realized like, yo, these dudes don't even want to listen to me.
She first started acting a fool.
I had a second degree tear. You know what that looks like?
Just say
Hello?
no.
She instantly was like, yo, why y'all, I'm on a, look how she's sitting. She's sitting ladylike until they started ignoring her. How are you on a podcast and everybody's ignoring you? What?
You know what that looks like?
Just say no. I'm gonna say no for all of us.
Is everybody listening?
Say no.
Hello?
When she's around men, shut the hell up. You check it right then. You don't let them go crazy. We're in hour 1. I'm telling y'all to shut the hell up now. I don't turn around and wait until hour 4 to start going up. No, y'all shut the hell up now. They waited until it got crazy. And then they started talking. No, it's too late. You stop it when it begins.
When she was screaming in the headphones, she knew they were all wearing headphones, and she was literally screaming at the top of her lungs in the headphones. That was a push of the limits, a test of the limits.
Yes.
You listening?
Say no.
Hello?
Yeah, you.
So somebody asked me, what's up, Tina? Somebody asked me, what would I have done in that situation? So say I was on a podcast with Brittany Renner, which I was on a podcast with Brittany Renner. We'll talk about that in a second.
I don't know what wholeness is.
No, I want to hear what.
Nah, what
Right here.
You think it is?
15 seconds.
I ain't asked.
But we'll talk about that in a second. But somebody said, so if you were in that situation and Brittany jumped up and got on your lap, what would you have done? First of all, I wouldn't have allowed her to sit on my lap. I'm paid to be on the podcast. I get paid when you see me on the podcast, I would say there's a 70% chance that I got paid a lot of money to be on there. Okay. So I'm at work when I'm on a podcast. All right. Unless it's just like one of my friends or whatever. But I'm at work. So when I'm on a podcast and a woman jumps up and tries to twerk in front of me and sit in my lap, I don't care who she is. I don't care how fine she is. If you want to smash or whatever, we'll do that later on. But we're on a podcast right now, ma'am. So you're going to sit your ass down somewhere. So if Brittany Renner would have attempted to sit on my lap while we was on this podcast right here,
giving out your poom poom to every goddamn body, and then you turn around.
right here, if she would have just jumped up and tried to get on my lap, I would have politely grabbed her and was like, hey, we have 2 things we're going to do. You're going to sit down or this ain't going to be no podcast no more. I don't know what you're doing, but you need to sit down. And that's it. Like, cut the cameras off. It's over. I'm going to go home. Or you finna sit down somewhere. Like I said, if it's an attractive woman and I want her, we'll deal with all that later. When the cameras are off, we can go hang out and do whatever. But we're not doing all this stupid mess on no freaking camera. Because not only do I have money to protect, I have a brand to protect. You ain't gonna have me looking all crazy. So the only time you're gonna be on my lap is in a hotel room or something. We're not doing that. So not only did Charleston White not have boundaries, the other guys on the podcast, because Charleston White was a guest on a podcast just like Brittany Renner was. So the main people that I'm looking at as stupid is the people who actually are running the podcast. But if we go to this freaking clip right here, you'll be able to see that the people who are running the podcast, they ain't got no boundaries either. So it's just literally a room full of cornballs.
Be wet.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've never been wet before, but yeah, I'm sure it's uncomfortable to be wet.
You know, moist is one thing, but wet is just another.
All right, so right here, she leans forward and pushes her mic back. Watch this. Look at the body language. Watch this. She leans forward, pushes the mic. She's about to take her headphones off. At this point, This man right here is supposed to say, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, Brittany. Like, this is a podcast. We ain't doing all that. That is called boundaries. That is called standards. A room full of cornballs. Exactly.
It ain't.
Look at him. He's looking like, what is she about to do? But you don't say nothing, though. Anything for clicks. Exactly. No integrity.
It ain't what we shooting for.
Look at that. Look how scary this dude is. Watch this. This is a grown man that is afraid of a woman. Watch this.
You know, moist is one thing, but wet is just another.
Once she started taking the headphones off, I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Look at him. Look how afraid he is. Listen to his voice. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Listen to his voice. He starts stuttering.
It ain't what we shooting for. You know what I mean?
You see that, right? These dudes are cornballs. And this is the problem with modern men. Y'all love to sit around and talk bad about women all day long. But part of the problem is, part of the reason why so many women are out of control, because y'all have no control. Who's going to control the environment? The man or the woman?
It ain't.
Look how you looking.
It ain't what we shooting for.
Okay, if it ain't what we shooting for, why don't you say something, sir? Okay, why don't, if it ain't what you shooting for, why don't you say something? Why don't you say something?
You know what I mean?
You hear what?
Isn't that?
All right, right here. She says, you want to get wet? And she takes the top off the water. Why don't they say something? Whoa. Where you going? What you doing?
It ain't.
Because black men are inherently afraid of black women. I'll say that again. Black men are inherently afraid of black women. That's the reason why men and women look at me like I'm crazy when I correct a woman. Because y'all ain't never seen a black man correct a black woman. Y'all ain't never seen it before.
It ain't what we shooting for. You know what I mean?
Bro, why is you smiling like a cornball?
Isn't that?
Miss ma'am.
Miss ma'am. Miss ma'am. Sir. Listen to this crap. Cornball behavior.
Miss ma'am.
Miss. Put some bass in your voice, sir. Give the woman instructions. All right, so this is what we want to do. I need you to sit back down. I paid you to be here. Sit down.
No.
No, come on, please. Come on, man.
Now, here go this cornball. Please. Bro, you ain't got no boundaries. The great Charleston White has no boundaries. I'm so confused. Please. What? Are you serious? Room full of cornballs. This shit is sad, man. This shit is sad. Room full of cornballs.
It's uncomfortable to be wet.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've never been wet before, but yeah, I'm sure it's uncomfortable to be wet.
You know, moist is one thing, but wet is just another.
Room full of cornballs.
It ain't what we shooting for. You know what I mean?
You hear what?
Isn't that?
Miss ma'am.
Miss ma'am.
No,
Miss
come on,
ma'am.
please. Come on, man, please.
No.
Come on,
I
man,
need you
please.
to. I need you to be kind and respectful to my guests.
Look at that. So, if any of you are looking at Brittany Renner like, yo, I would definitely smash. I would have definitely smashed too. But off camera, you exchange phone numbers and say, yo, how long you gonna be in town. You at a hotel somewhere, share a hotel somewhere, and y'all do what y'all do then, if you can do that. But this is not sex. This is emasculation. I'm gonna say that again. For any of you who are looking at this like, ooh, you sure, I would have did the same thing. That's not sex. Didn't nobody bust no nut. That is emasculation. I'm not allowing a woman to emasculate me because she got a tight dress on. If you want me, we'll do what we do after the show is over. But while we on this podcast, you're going to sit down.
No.
No,
Miss
come on,
Ma'am.
please. Come on, man, please.
No.
Come on,
I
man,
need you
please.
to. I need you to be kind and respectful.
So Cookie says they like that ish. That's not the point. I would have liked it too. So let me elaborate a little bit. I would have liked it too. Who wouldn't want an attractive woman with a short skirt to sit on our lap and start gyrating? What do you think happens in strip clubs? They be butt naked gyrating. We all like it. That's not the point. There's a time and a place for everything. And if I'm at a strip club, I came there to have a woman gyrate on my lap. But I didn't come to a podcast to have a woman gyrating on my lap. So as a man, you don't allow random weird things to happen, because guess what? What if she would have spit on him? What if she would have put her butt in his face? What if she would have did something crazy? He was already out of control. So you don't allow things to spiral out of control, especially when you got a woman that seems to be drunk. Ain't no telling what she would have did. So as a man, whether you're the guest, Charleston White, or whether you're the facilitator of the podcast, which is the dude, you do not allow things to go the way they're going. You stop it in the beginning. But that's what men do. See, masculinity is about prevention. I'll say that again. Masculinity is about prevention. Prevention. You prevent something from going wrong. Femininity is about reaction. Women are reactive. Men are preventive. I just took the mic out of the phone, so whatever. So I'll say it again for the slow people. Men are preventive. Women are reactive. So being on the podcast or anywhere else, you prevent something from going wrong. That's like, that's like a fight, right? That's like a fight. A man is going to see a dude stand up. A man is going to see a dude stand a certain kind of way, and a man is going to try to make sure nothing happens. He's going to prevent the fight. He's going to diffuse the situation. He is going to diffuse the situation because he knows that if this fight actually starts, somebody can die. So as men, this is manhood. Men diffuse situations, whether it's with a woman, whether it's with a man. Boys sit here looking like Charleston White, like a little child, like, she about to sit on my lap. Ooh, Brittany Renner's about to sit on my lap. This is disgusting. This is sad. Cookie says their thirst allowed them to take it on camera, right? To like it on camera. Exactly. You dudes are thirsty because y'all ain't never had no woman sit on y'all lap or something. I want to ask you guys, have y'all not ever had a woman sit on your lap before? I don't understand. Look at Charleston White cheesing. Why? If you don't sit your ass down, lady.
To my guest.
Oh boy, come on, man. Please.
You hear everybody laughing, right? This ain't funny. See, these cornballs are going to get a whole bunch of clicks, a whole bunch of views, make a whole bunch of money. But after Brittany Renner is gone, and once these videos go dead, what kind of business do they have to run? Anybody else that comes to their podcast is going to be looking to disrespect the dudes. See, as a man, you set precedents for the future. Because if you let Brittany Renner come over there and just throw water everywhere, throw water at people, yell, holler, why would the next person come and respect your platform? Look at this right here.
Acting a fool.
I had a second degree tear. You know what that looks like?
Just
Hello?
say no. I'm gonna say no for all of us.
Is everybody
Just gonna say
listening?
no.
Imagine the next woman that comes on their podcast. Hello. And they can't say anything. They can't say anything if the next woman comes on the show throwing water and acting a fool. How can you run a business when the people that comes to your business disrespect you? This is a business. Business. This is a potential brand. This is not how you build a brand. So let me show y'all. Hold on, let me play through this and then we'll go to the next video. Everybody hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button.
Where that pig poker at, man? Go ahead and get the pig poker out. Wait a minute.
You hear him singing. You hear the man singing, y'all? So it's Charleston White sitting there like a doofus. And then is the other dude sitting there in the background. Wait a minute. Cornballs. Straight corn balls.
Go ahead and get the pig poker out. Wait a minute.
Then here it goes with the water. Sir, you deserve that because you're a cornball. This is what happens to cornballs. So the bottom line is this, y'all. I'm gonna play more on it, but this is the bottom line, y'all. A man controls his environment. A man is aware of when things are about to jump off. I easily showed you in a lot of different ways that something was about to jump off. The facilitator of the show did not say anything. This is not how men operate. As a man, your job is to, one, lead by example. And one way you lead by example is by setting boundaries. So let's keep going. This is embarrassing, y'all. This ain't funny. This man just got doused on his own podcast because he's a cornball.
Where that pig poker at, man? Go ahead and get the pig poker out. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait. Why are you so shocked, sir? Why is this man so shocked that she threw water on him? Wasn't a second ago you was like, wait a minute. You thought it was cute over here, right?
Go ahead and get the pig poker out. Wait a minute.
So you actually think you're safe once you show this woman that she can come to your podcast and act a fool. And you thought you were safe. You officially showed your hand, sir. You are officially a cornball to Brittany Renner. She just came to your podcast and disrespected you. Disrespected another one of your guests. What if, let's talk about this real quick. What if Charleston White felt offended? What if Charleston White felt offended, violated, and it affected his brand? What if Charleston White sues the Danza project? Whether he wins or not, that's not the point. I'm just making a point. Because what if, because I want to show y'all from a business standpoint, what if Charleston White jumped up, picked up some water, threw it on him, threw it on her, jumped in her lap, and started fondling her? Do you think there would have been a lawsuit? Yes or no? Put a 1 in the chat if you think she would have sued, or a woman would have sued. Not even Brittany Renner, but if Charleston White would have did the same thing that Brittany Renner did, do you think there would have been a lawsuit? Put a 1 in the chat if you think there would have been a lawsuit. So a lot of ones. So y'all think that if Charleston White would have got up and started throwing water on a woman, throwing the water on the host, jumping all in her lap, trying to kiss her, she would have sued? A woman, regardless if it was her or just a random woman. Exactly. So here's my point. From a business standpoint, because a podcast is a business, what I do here is a business. From a podcast, from a business standpoint, you do not allow anybody to get up and jump in another person's lap. You don't allow anybody to start throwing water all over the room. Cookie says, you repeating cornball and mocking them is funny. Wait a minute. Hey, I love mocking cornballs. These dudes are corn balls. So y'all understand what I'm saying? So y'all got to look at everything from a business standpoint. Y'all got to look at everything from a future standpoint. This is going to live on the internet forever. Imagine if Suki Hana comes on the show next. Think about that. Say Suki Hana says, ooh, I want to come on the show. First, the cornballs are going to allow her to come on the show. And she's going to come up there and tear up everything. Imagine if Mama D came on the show. Scrappy's mother. She'll come up and tear up the entire set. And this is how a brand goes into the ditch. Because it's about, one, you got to be a man. This woman emasculated at least 3 men. emasculated these men. Then at the same time, this woman could have came in here and possibly ruined this man's brand, where everybody that comes up to the podcast now feels like they can disrespect these dudes. Got a lot more videos, so hang on. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button and support the channel. Cookie, thank you for supporting the channel. But why is Cookie the only one supporting the channel? Drop a Cash App, Aaron 1000, or either drop a super chat.
When she's around men, that don't happen. When she was around me, it didn't happen. When she was around Kevin Samuels, it didn't happen. When she was around Andrew Tate, it did not happen. When she get around boys like him and the other dude, guess what happens? She acts a fool. See, as a man, the second a woman starts acting a fool, just like when y'all act a fool, I tell y'all to shut the hell up. You check it right then. You don't let them go crazy. We're in hour 1. I'm telling y'all to shut the hell up now. I don't turn around and wait until hour 4 to start going up. No. Y'all shut the hell up now. They waited until it got crazy. And then they started talking. No, it's too late. You stop it when it begins.
When she was screaming in the headphones, she knew they were all wearing headphones, and she was literally screaming at the top of her lungs in the headphones. That was a push of the limits, a test of the limits.
Yes.
You listen?
Say no.
Hello?
Yeah, you. Wait a minute. I did nothing for that.
Oh, man, please.
Oh, that's wait a minute. Miss Renner, Miss.
Cornballs, bro. Cornballs. I dropped my Cash App. You don't drop your Cash App. You Cash App me, Sir Sage. So you go to Cash App and you type in $AARON 1000 and you Cash App me. It's called supporting the channel, sir. Nobody's Cash Apping you. What are you talking about? Willie Nicholson, thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Miss Renner, Miss.
There were a lot of men in the chat saying if she would have did that. And here's another point I want to make. Y'all listen to this. To him, which is throw water, they would have did something to her. And it once again confirmed, and did something to her actually means one guy said he would have slapped her. Another guy said he would have dragged her across the floor. And I'm like, why? Like, why? And then this dude talking about she's a 304. What that got to do with anything? These dudes are 304s also. See, y'all won't say anything about the cornballs, but y'all will say something about the woman. Why is that? She's a 304. Okay. The dudes are 304s also for allowing this to happen in their presence. So the men aren't 304s? Why are y'all so enamored at talking mess about women, but you see dudes operating like women, but you don't say nothing about the dudes, though? 3 whole dudes, at least 3 dudes. Because there was more guys in the background. So multiple men got effeminized. Multiple men got emasculated. But y'all don't say nothing about them. Why aren't they 304s? I just don't understand. Exactly. She would have been escorted out, Brandon. Exactly. But I just want to ask y'all, why do y'all only have smoke for women? I just want to ask y'all that one question. Why do you dudes, you women-hating dudes, only have smoke for women? See, y'all dudes on YouTube love to say I be flip-flopping. I need to pick a side. I ain't picking no damn side. Because if you're stupid, male or female, cat or dog. I'm not on the men's side. I'm not on the women's side. If I see some stupid behavior, I'm calling it out. I don't care who did it. But why is the woman a 304, but not the men? I'm just saying. Because y'all hate women. Not all of y'all. I don't want you dudes in a chat. Not all men. But a lot of you dudes hate women. Hate. Pure hatred. Y'all love calling women 304s. Y'all love it. These dudes got their balls taken from them. And all y'all want to do is say, she's a 304. They are 304s. Because y'all hate women. And I'm dead serious. That a lot of you dudes hate women. You know how women love to sit around and say, you hate women, you're a misogynist, you're a narcissist. Well, some of you actually are. And I replied to a couple of you. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? And some of you wanted to say more about what y'all would have done. But you already know that Instagram would have did something to your page. Some of y'all said, I don't want to say too much because Instagram may do this and do that. Why do you guys have this vitriol for women? One of the reasons why I said she would never is specifically because of this. When she had this particular reaction,
PJ just got.
All right, hold on. Let's stop right here. Let's stop right here. This is what I'm talking about. Let's look at what this idiot just said. I want y'all to think about how stupid this particular woman is. This idiot just said by the man that only has smoke for women. I'm presently doing a live stream having smoke for men, you idiot. I just want y'all to just take a second and think about how idiotic this woman is. Just take a second to read this. I'm doing a live stream going off on these cornball, no ball having men. These men have no nuts. But this stupid woman comes in here saying, said by the man that only has smoke for women. But you're watching my live stream, you idiot. Because if I'm an idiot, why are you watching me then? You dummy? Huh? You dummy. Why are you watching me if that's the case? I'm not going to block you. For what? She a Cowboys fan. Yeah, you're right. Cowboys fans are definitely dumbasses. So I agree with you on that. I definitely agree with you on that. Sorry, Cowboys fans. Come get your little idiot friend. All right, so let's keep going. Damn dumbass people. So right here, I'm gonna teach y'all something. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Too much because Instagram may do this and do that. Why do you guys have this vitriol for women? One of the reasons why I said she would never is specifically because of this. When she had this particular reaction,
PJ just got an amazing contract.
That reaction is literally her being triggered. Reaction.
PJ just got an amazing contract.
All right, so this is, remember I brought up the first lesson. See, this is how you protect women. This is how you get an understanding of what's going on in your environment. You have to be aware. Right here, she literally, her entire brain shut off when he said this. For women, one of the reasons why I said she would never is specifically because of this. When she had this particular reaction,
PJ just got an amazing contract.
you see that twitch? Y'all see that when she's like, the cornball didn't see her reaction because he's a cornball. Men who are not used to women don't see women. They don't see women. They don't even see women as human beings. So when a woman does have an adverse reaction to what he said, he doesn't see her. Because a lot of men do not see women as actual human beings. Let's keep going. That reaction is literally her being triggered by what the man said. Her facial expression right there literally says her prefrontal cortex has literally shut off. Hold on, let me back up. Something happened. I said she would never is specifically because of this. When she literally her being triggered by what the man said. Her facial expression right there literally says her prefrontal cortex has literally shut off and she is now totally amygdala based. She is now responding and operating from a triggered standpoint, from a regressive standpoint. Do y'all see it? Do y'all see her morph into a different person? Look at this. Watch her morph into a different person. Frontal cortex has literally shut off and she is now totally amygdala based. She is now responding and operating from a triggered standpoint, from a regressive standpoint. She is now the angry little child that we all have been when we were young, when somebody did something to us. And exactly, Anissa. This is you said something in the past that touched her. Exactly. This is what I'm saying. Sometimes as men, we inadvertently trigger women. And we wonder what happens. What's wrong with you? Why are you acting like that? You gotta be aware of what a woman is going through. All right? Some people can't read verbal cues. Exactly. So as a protector, as a provider, it's not about protecting and providing. It's about being aware and knowing how to read the room. She is in 100% defense mode. Even when she got on Charleston's white lap, that was her defense mode. Because the way a woman... Oh, you said you couldn't see the video? Hold on. Let me back up. Sorry about that. Reaction.
PJ just got an amazing contract.
That reaction is literally her being... Sorry, y'all, I'm replaying it because somebody said it was messing up. Triggered by what the man said. Her facial expression right there literally says her prefrontal cortex has literally shut off and she is now totally amygdala based. She is now responding and operating from a triggered standpoint, from a regressive standpoint. She is now the angry little child that we all have been when we were young, when somebody did something to us. And she is in 100% defense mode. Even when she got on Charleston's white lap, that was her defense mode. Because the way a woman like Brittany Renner, a very attractive woman, fights back is by fawning, is by doing what she did, being flirty. The trigger of talking about PJ Washington most likely put her in a state of defensiveness. And the way women like her defend themselves, or the easiest way for her to defend herself, is either fight, flight, or fawn. So instead of getting up and leaving, she decided to fawn, which is jumping on his lap, looking sexy. They kept laughing. They kept making fun of her. So that wasn't enough. And then she started fighting. That's when she started throwing water. She responded like that because she did not feel safe. And this is part of Brittany Renner's fault also. I'm sure she didn't set boundaries and say, hey, do not bring up PJ Washington. Do not bring up this. So her lack of boundaries put her in this situation also.
PJ just got an amazing contract.
The guy interviewing her did not pay attention because a lot of men don't really understand women. And that's the biggest problem. Men interview women, men are on panels with women, and they don't understand them. So when they actually engage with them, they have no idea what is going on in a woman's head. So her reaction was literally a trauma response. And it's important for a man to turn around and be like, whoa, you okay? Do you not want to talk about that? Shortly after that, she started lap dancing, throwing water at people. And why? Because she went into a regressive state. You know how I say women are children? She literally turned into her inner child when he asked her that question. Now, if the man would have recognized how she responded, he could have avoided all of that. And that is what I was saying when I said Brittany would never do me like that, because not only am I protective, I'm also intuitive to a woman's body language. They failed to do that. All they wanted to do is laugh at the woman. And the more she did, the more they laughed. And the more they laughed, the angrier she got. Why? Because she felt unsafe. See, a lot of times when women get around environments like this, they have to take a drink. It's just like when strippers start working, they have to take a drink to dance on random men's laps. So a lot of these women, they feel the need to come to the podcast or to come into a male environment inebriated in order for her not to be so anxious. That's what happened. And that's the reason why I said Brittany would never do me like that, because I would have seen that reaction and instantly made sure she was okay. But these guys failed to do that. See what I'm saying? It ain't no tough guy stuff. It ain't me telling her I'll jump on her. No, I would have checked on her. Some of you dudes said you would have jumped on her. No, I would have checked on her. We as men have the responsibility to protect the women that we bring around us. And I'll say that part again. The women that we bring around us, not random women walking down the street, but the women we bring around us. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. These guys brought her there. So they had a responsibility to their guests. When you ask somebody to come to your podcast, to your house, to your party, to whatever, you have a small responsibility to make sure the person that you brought to your environment, that they're okay. And I think those guys dropped the ball. There's a reason why I say women are children. It's not meant to make women feel bad. It's meant to put the responsibility of these women that we bring around us on us men. We as men have the responsibility to protect our women. Richard says it could be assumed that she was under the influence of something. She should have been safely escorted out. Just like I said in this video, Richard, when a lot of these women, they get in environments around men, they have to get inebriated because their social anxiety is through the roof. So they feel the need to smoke something, drink something, or pop something before they get on a podcast. So I would say any woman who is on a podcast and is full of men is going to be somewhat inebriated or high. That's just being real. She is always under influence, right? Because a lot of women have anxiety being around men. You know why? Because a lot of men have violated them. And when I say our women, I mean black women that we bring around us, not random women. I just want to keep saying that because y'all got to make sure, because I don't want none of y'all to crash out protecting random women walking down the street. I'm not talking about that. If you look at women that you bring around you as your responsibility or as a child, and when they start acting up, you won't look at them like, oh, I would have dragged her across the floor. She would have did me like that. You would have looked at her like a child instead and said, yo, hold on. Let cut the cameras off for a minute. Let me pull her to the side and find out what's really going on. That's our responsibility as men. And for you guys in the comments saying that you would have did something to her after they triggered her, you little incel dudes need therapy. But after hearing everything that I said, so now what I would like to do is to lead by example. Now I'm going to lead by example. So some of you may say, oh, you say all this stuff. It ain't like you was on a podcast with her. You probably would have did the same thing. So I'm going to show y'all 2 examples of me on a podcast and how I operate with women.
I have a lot to say. Okay. So what time is?
We all know what wholeness is.
No. Actually, I want to ask him because he seems to have a lot to say. Okay. So what time is?
We all know what wholeness is.
No, I want to hear what you think it is. 15 seconds. I ask.
Giving out your poom poom to every goddamn body, and then you turn around and say, okay, I don't want to do this no more. That's not how it works.
So how does it work?
You don't give it to no goddamn body, or keep giving it to people for the rest of your life. And
but does it have an expiration? Are we ever going to answer the question?
No, it doesn't have an expiration date. Okay. Do you stuck out in the streets? Yes.
So how many women have you slept with?
I'm a man. I said poom poom. I don't have a poom poom.
Okay, Brittany, hold on.
I don't have a poom poom.
This is a really outdated narrative. You know that, right?
No, it's not outdated.
Because you know what's funny?
Brittany,
like,
nothing changes.
The keys that can open many locks is a broken lock, right?
So do you see how we're having a great conversation? Nobody's putting hands on each other. Everybody's taking turns talking. And at the same time, everybody else is engaged in the conversation. When you looked at the Brittany Renner situation with the cornballs, she was talking and everybody else was talking to somebody else. Just like, hold on, just want to show y'all. I want to show y'all the distinct differences.
Acting a fool.
I had a second-degree tear. You know
Listen to everybody in the background.
what that looks like?
Just
Hello?
say no. I'm gonna say no for all of us.
Is everybody listening?
Say no.
See, you disrespect the person that you're interviewing when everybody's having these side conversations because the woman doesn't feel heard.
Yes.
But a key that can open many locks is a what? Is
the number one thing a woman needs and wants next to feeling secure is feeling seen and heard.
It's a master key, right?
Right.
Are you serious?
Master key.
And you think you're better?
Better than.
Oh, don't ask him that, please.
So if I
Another thing, do y'all see me arguing with her? Do you see me arguing her points? No, I'm even asking her questions. Listen to how I'm engaging with her. I'm not saying my point is better than yours and this is I'm better than. Nope, we're just having a conversation.
Okay, Brittany, hold on.
I don't have a poom poom.
This is a really outdated narrative. You know that, right?
No, it's not
Because you know what's funny?
Brittany,
Is it's like
nothing changes.
the keys that can open many locks is a broken lock, right?
Yes.
But a key that can open many locks is a what? It's a master key, right?
Right.
Are you serious?
Master key.
And you think you're better?
Better than.
Oh, don't ask him that, please.
So if I fuck 300 guys and you 300 women, you're better than me.
It's not about being better.
Answer my question. You just said that. You just said there's a
marriageable.
difference.
I'm not gonna say better because in
Why
this
are you
context.
marriageable?
Another example, just like Tina said, I have control of the entire room. I am not playing into the laughter. I am not playing into her behavior. I'm staying in my own square, being myself.
Because I'm a man.
Why is that?
Why am I a man? Because I'm
a woman will still marry him. You said your
reason.
reasoning was because you're a man. So
Because I asked a woman to marry me. You can't ask a man to marry unless he's some simp or something. You can. He'll be an idiot if he says yes. But the whole point about
that's
it
your
is
opinion.
traditional, like common sense wise. Also, you aren't supposed to ask a man to marry him and he say yes like a bitch. So at the end of the day,
I agree.
The bottom line.
We don't agree on much, but I agree.
That's what I'm saying. He's a bitch if he says that. But the bottom line is, you have to wait for a man to actually marry him. I don't have to wait for nobody to do. I can go get married tomorrow if I want to.
Okay.
You can't.
Okay, hold on.
Not you though.
Hold on.
300 dicks. You guys act like you're elephant trunks. Stop giving yourself that much credit. Y'all act like it.
But y'all are the one.
All right, so she's getting a little irate right here, right? But guess what? I'm still sitting back. Look at my body language.
Your elephant trunk. Stop giving yourself that much credit. Y'all act like it.
But y'all are the one taking the trunks, though. So the more trunks, the more open it is. Unless we want to be with
let me tell you
you
something. You can pull
because of
your
the
dick out
trunks.
right now. If you think that your dick is gonna just stretch my pussy out, it's the delusion for me.
But the problem is the 3 million times, and that's
You
the problem.
understand that if I let you fuck right now,
Let me explain
3 minutes,
something
nigga.
real quick.
3 minutes.
Why?
I got 4 minutes.
So whatever.
She embraces her sexuality.
Embraces her sexuality. Okay.
If she a
That's
hoe.
what we doing. If she a hoe.
Okay, if she
But why
stop
is it okay though? But why is it not
Because
okay
you
for
have
women?
things entering your body thousands of fucking times.
naturally.
That's not necessarily what
Let go.
a potential husband would.
Yo, Richie is dying. Richie got me dying laughing. Shout out to Richie.
You want to?
Y'all are sitting here saying that the number of penises that enter me make me impure. But
Multiple
if I take away penis, what does that make me?
Now, so I want y'all to just listen to how she's trying to make a point, and I just sit back and let her make her point.
Good point.
It makes me pure. So guess what? What's the problem? Penis then. Okay, so all I have to do is not open my legs to any of these men, and I'm pure.
Yes.
You don't even realize how closed-minded you.
So she literally proves my point right here, right? But I hear her, I see her, right? Even though she's proving my point, but am I throwing it in her face? Am I arguing with her? See, that's my point. Nope. I'm just like, exactly. And I'm just chilling. And she, look at how engaged we are. Look at how we're looking into each other's eyes, y'all, because this is important. Remember, I said a woman has the need to feel seen and heard. Do you think right here, Brittany Renner feels seen and heard by me? Type yes or no. Do you think right now, even though she's arguing with me, do you think she feels seen? Say yes or no in the chat. Right here. Do you think Brittany Renner feels seen? Yes or no? Do you think Brittany Renner feels seen and heard? This is all I'm saying. This is all a woman wants. This is all a woman wants. This is all a woman wants. Even though we going back and forth, she don't know what the hell she's talking about, but I'm not embarrassing her. I'm not making her feel dumb. I'm just sitting back and just enjoying the conversation. But right here is for all of us.
Is everybody listening? A second-degree tear. You know what that looks like? Hello? I had a second-degree tear. You know what that looks like? Hello? Hello? For all of us. Is everybody listening?
Now, right here, do you think she feels seen? Do you think she feels heard? The answer is no. This is female nature. This is understanding women. This is knowing what women want and need from you.
I got one thing to say.
You are really really profound individual. Let's hear it.
You only deserve what you preserve.
Even right here, I asked, can I talk? Just being respectful. Instead of talking over her, watch what I did.
You are really really profound individual.
Listen.
How closed-minded you sound.
I got one.
See, I put my hand up like I got one thing to say. I'm being respectful instead of just talking over her.
One thing to say.
You are really really profound individual. Let's hear it.
You only deserve what you preserve. You only deserve what you preserve. You only deserve what you preserve. There's a bigger thing to this, too. We men value something way more than anything that women value. Our last names. So when it comes to us giving a woman our last name, we don't want to give a woman that unless she's deserved it.
I appreciate that.
When a woman does and she's a hoe, even though a man can and he's a hoe, it's different for you than
See, these are men. See, she's in the environment with it. Grown ass men right here.
Is for me, because emotionally, those women, we want a woman that can emotionally bond with us.
Women are naturally oxytocin driven. Men are naturally dopamine driven. When women who become hoes, they are now, to a certain degree, dopamine driven and not oxytocin driven. So for that woman to actually pair bond with another person is almost impossible. That is biological.
But you're the same dude that called, I'm gonna say it.
Say it.
You call Sierra a hoe because she's been with 7 rappers, right?
8.
The nerve of you. The nerve of you.
Sierra's a hoe because she's been with 8 rappers. Anyway.
So here's another example. All right, hit the like button, and support the channel. Cash App is Aaron1000. And if you have not already, buy my dating card game so you can be able to to put yourself in a position where you can have a confident conversation with a woman, or you as a woman can have a confident conversation with a man and ask all the tough questions that you do want to ask, but you don't have the balls to ask because you're afraid of men or you're afraid of women. The link is in the chat for you to buy my dating card game. It's called Deeper Discussions. You'll love it. So here's another video of how I engage with women. Immediately. So you are out of my house immediately. The second the words come out your mouth. So the thing about it is we have to have standards, requirements, and boundaries.
Are you one of my favorite guys?
No.
You don't know?
Well, I have an idea, but I want to know.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah.
You're one of my favorite guys because we've known each other probably for a strong 6 years now, about 6 years.
Shout out to Donnie Wiggins on the Social Proof podcast. Thank you. Thank you, Dana. I mean, not Dana. Thank you, Tina.
And you have been so consistent. Anytime you see me in public, you make sure I'm good. You're always asking if I need anything. If you see my hands full, you'll relieve that. If I'm about to leave an establishment, daytime, nighttime, doesn't matter. You are walking me to my car.
So right here, this ain't no alpha male energy. This is servant energy. What is the number one job of a police officer? Well, number 2 and number 1. To protect and serve. See, a man doesn't just run around yelling at women. They don't just run around sticking their chests out. What's up, April? They serve. They protect. They prevent. So I want y'all to write this down. A man's job, write this down, y'all. A man's job is to serve. A man's job is to prevent. A man's job is to see and hear. A man's job is to be aware. And a man's job is to protect. All right? That is the thing that is important. It's not just about protecting and providing. And provide, of course. But what are you providing? Protection, prevention, understanding.
I have told you plenty of times, like, oh no, I'm good, I can handle it. And you're like, whenever I'm present,
you sit down.
You sit down.
So right here, this is important. Take notes. Men, take notes. She knows my rules. So one thing, you don't just run around with your chest out. No, you set rules and you give a woman the rules and she remembers the rules when you come around. Listen to what she said.
Good, I can handle it. And you're like, whenever I'm present,
you
sit down and I got you.
There's been times where I've yelled across a room. It'll be a room full of people, right? And I see you with your purse. Donnie, where you going? No. Wait until I come back.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes.
And you'll be like, okay.
Yes. And there's even been situations, I remember a few years ago, where I had a situation with my daughter, a male customer got really out of line with her, and she was afraid, and she called me to come to her job, and I went up there, and the guy got really out of line with me, and I went live. I ended up going live on Instagram because I thought I was going to have to defend myself. And Aaron was the first man. I was in a whole relationship at that time. You were the first man that called my phone and was about that action. Where are you?
Where the address at?
Where we at? What we doing? And I've just always respected you for that. You were consistent in that way.
How long have I been protecting you?
A long time, but
I protected you when your man was in the same building.
Yes, you did.
So what are you talking about?
However, that's not the norm. You know what I mean? Many women don't have just that force of protection, that armor of protection around them.
Well,
and many women have to
special.
protect themselves.
So I don't believe in that. You know, any woman that knows me or likes me or whatever, she's going to get all of this work, all this energy, and it's going to be the loving energy too, but it's going to be the sit your ass down energy. And I'm never or will ever tell a woman to sit her ass down like, hey, sit your ass down.
You will.
Okay, I did that to you, but.
You will. You told me. Sit your ass down. But even, so what I was going to say
Not
is.
in a confrontational way though.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I wanted you to hear from women and not just me. Because, you know, a dude turn around and say, yeah, I did this and I do that. And I tell a woman to do this and do that. I wanted y'all to hear a woman say it and not me. Shout out to Donnie. And there are other women that I am close to or are close to me that I care about that know when I say sit down, when I say be quiet, they're going to be quiet. They're going to sit down. And it's not because I'm this crazy, whatever. It's about being protective. I got you. So the sitting down isn't about you don't have a voice. It's about let me handle it. You don't have to be this masculine person in this room. I protect you. I got you. And that's what men, modern men, are lacking. So for all of you dudes, and I need y'all to share this video with any man that's in your life, any man that you cool with. I need every man to get an understanding of what provision and protection actually is. It's not about all this rah-rah alpha male bullcrap. Sit down as long as it's out of love. Exactly, Rose. So a lot of you dudes sitting around like, oh, she's a 304. No, you're not making a woman feel safe, especially when you run around calling a damn woman a 304. That's the reason why Brittany Renner acts out in podcasts when there's cornballs around, because she doesn't feel safe. And I'm trying to unlearn it. Well, I have something for y'all. I'm putting together a coaching group. That will help men and women understand each other. So, hold on. So I want everybody right now, 304, that means hoe, H-O-E. Tina, 304 means hoe, H-O-E. Yeah, you hilarious. If you turn 304 upside down, it looks like H-O-E. So that's what 304 comes from. So if you want to get a better understanding of how to interact with women so they won't disrespect you like she did with Charleston White and the other cornball in that video, and maintain control over your environment, not the woman, the environment, I need y'all to do this for me. Everybody ready? Text the word control to the phone number 678-674-7388. I'll type it in here. Text the word control to, y'all ready for the phone number? 770. I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. 678 674 7388. Text the word control, male or female. This is for women and men. Text the word control to 678 674 7388. Text the word control to 678 674 7388. And I'm going to put together a coaching group for men and women, because for all of us to get this right, it can't be all women or it can't be all men. I did that already. I've been coaching women for like 6 years. Text the word control to 678 674 7388. 678 674 7388. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I understand that a lot of modern men do not understand women. I understand that a lot of modern men feel like they have to react or respond to what women are doing. And they don't understand how to prevent things from happening, prevent things from spiraling out of control. And we have to do that as a community of men and women, not just men. I can't just say, all right, guys, this is what you need to do. I want women to see what I'm teaching men. I want men to see what I'm teaching women. So we all can be on one accord. And we all would be able to align with each other, understand each other, ask questions, engage with each other. We can do like little skits, play arguments. I think it'll be really fun. So text word control to 678 674 7388. I just pinned it at the top. Text the word control to 678 674 7388. I want to help men and women get an understanding of what control actually looks like. Control is not a bad thing. See, the key to having control is to what? I want to see if y'all know. What is the key to having control? I want to see if anybody knows this. The key to having control is by doing what? I'm going to give y'all a second. I don't think anybody's going to get it, but I'm going to give y'all a second. The key to having control is by doing what? A lot of modern men are male feminists. I agree. Come on, y'all. Somebody, I want y'all to put y'all thinking cap on. The key to having control is by doing what? By having respect? No. Controlling yourself? No. These are variables, but it's not what I'm looking for. The key to having control is by doing what? Come on, y'all, think. Just throw out an answer. I'm not saying y'all are wrong, but it's not what I'm looking for. All right, so I'll answer it. By listening, nope. All these are good variables. Protecting, nope. All these are good. The answer is the key to having control is by giving it away. The key to having control is by giving the control away, is by delegating the control, is by giving the control to other people. so they can feel important. See, being controlled feels crazy. Nobody wants to be controlled. See, the way you gain control is by giving it away. I have a dating card game, right? And it does great. But if Walmart wanted 5 million card games, I can't deliver that many card games all at one time. They pay me $4 million for a certain amount of card games, right? And they're like, we want these card games by September 30th. What's the first thing I got to do? Give my control away. Because now I need help, right? I need all kinds of people to be on top of everything. I can't produce millions of card games all at once. So part of the money that they pay me would be me delegating and giving my control away. Because if I don't, I would not be able to give them what they paid me for. So once again, if you want to get a better understanding of what control by a man looks like, how a man controls women without controlling them, because that's important, text me the word control to 678-674-7388. 678-674-7388. And I would say in about a few days or maybe a week, I'm going to put together a coaching group and we're going to all start working together and putting yourself in a position where you can be in a position like this.
And many women have to protect themselves.
So I don't believe in that. You know, any woman that knows me or likes me or whatever, she's going to get all of this work, all this energy, and it's going to be the loving energy too, but it's going to be the sit your ass down energy. And I'm never or will ever tell a woman to sit her ass down like, hey, sit your ass down.
You will.
Okay, I did that to you, but.
You will. You told me.
And I want you to see how happy she is to be told to sit her ass down. Do y'all see that? I want you to see how happy she is to be told to sit down. Sit your ass down.
You will.
Okay, I did that to you, but.
You will. You told me. Sit your ass down. But even so, what I was going to say
Not
is.
in a confrontational way, though.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Got you.
There's been times where I've yelled across a room. It'll be a room full of people, right? And I see you with your purse. Donnie, where you going? No. Wait until I come back.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes.
And you'll be like, okay.
Yes. And there's even been situations, I remember.
So when it comes to the Charleston whites of the world, oh, cool. It's whatever. I'm not against Charleston White. I'm not against Andrew Tate. I'm not against none of these characters. But a lot of these dudes aren't these dudes in real life. They're characters. Charleston White says it himself. He says he's a character. But this is the reason why he got disrespected and emasculated on that podcast. Because he's not an actual man. He's a character of a man. You can't trust a character. I can easily pander to women, make millions of dollars. I can easily pander to men like Andrew Tate and make millions of dollars. I don't want to do either one. Andrew Tate and Derrick Jackson are the same damn person. They're just pandering to men or women. The same thing Andrew Tate is doing is the same thing Derrick Jackson was doing. Derrick Jackson got in trouble with his situation because he wasn't real. He was a character. The same thing Andrew Tate is doing with men because he's not real. He's a character. These people are characters. Derrick Jackson, Charleston White, Andrew Tate. Cool. They could do whatever they want to do. But these people are cartoon characters. That's the reason why they have so many issues with women, men, or the government because they aren't themselves. I will teach you how to be yourself. Show up like yourself and not a cartoon character. So when you're in an environment, no matter what it is, the women and the men will respect you. And instead of that, like with Charleston White, you won't get emasculated and look like a cornball on a national podcast. And lastly, if you have not already done it, I need y'all to do two different things. I need you, if you want to join my coaching group and learn how to gain control of your environment, whether you're a man or a woman, you text the word control to 678-674-7388. And also, if you have not already, buy my dating card game that will also put you in a position of control when you're dating somebody, because you can actually ask these people, whoever you're dating, these tough questions that you're afraid to ask.
Game is meant to give you and other players deeper discussion card game is meant to give you and other players deep understanding of how we all deal with relationship when or if things get serious. One of the biggest reasons why people break up is because of underlying family issues. This game can be played with either two people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. What is the one thing you wanted but didn't receive when you were young? Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper discussions dating edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. It'll even tell you what's wrong with your sneaky link. If you and your sneaky link need to have a conversation, these are the cards. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
All right, y'all. So make sure to buy the card game if you have not already bought it. And type control to 678-674-7388. And I will talk to y'all later.
Deeper discussion card game is meant to give you and other players deep understanding of how we all deal with relationship when or if things get serious. One of the biggest reasons why people break up is because of underlying family issues. This game can be played with either two people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. What is the one thing you wanted but didn't receive when you were young? Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper discussions dating edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. It'll even tell you what's wrong with your sneaky link. If you and your sneaky link need to have a conversation, these are the cards. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.